Obviously, and Reverend Intim Fodjo at Melody press conference or a year minority team. Now, what you say? There's a near more diabo my gun the moo. Who say a about to show them cophobin or mono myself one more coin. Now, I'm din bonnet, I be go myself cho. Now, UN, United Nations. Ultimately, I be PM now, I'm delegation about for investigate. To investigate. Now, I'm not sure. No, and you say, why who are the two boys? We have say, Mount Fort yourself for Kwakye, honorable. Said they in the cook, Nakumu air pronyasem to. Yes, because and some be a canoe can be so. Now I was here a moon seminal, I said, told you, and I John Dramani Muhammad posted years old, BN9 near the Reverend Team for Drum more mononia investigation yard. Now, you say Ghana, dear. A boy says, some see her, never for be who obey you, who bepeja who, no doubt to a punching talker. And I just say, Yatiti, say United Nations, a day expert, Abba, or my Ghana more mobile investigation, deep one. Now, usually, some show more. On her minia, Madame for Minia near the Adibia or Bebam Barano, and Woody. Yanabani in Tim with Samancasa, the investigation alcohol, and a buying penny for Biomudia has here, Ebemuno, Yako Niwiti.
Become president and you order your spokesperson to be threatening people, ranking member on Defense and Interior Committee, member of Parliament, to be threatening him, you would deal with him, you make an example of him. We are waiting for that presidential instruction to be undertaken, and the whole world will know.
Perhaps legally, and to push you to provide whatever evidence you have.
Then it is for him to answer when it's called upon.
Administration, our airport has become the grounds.
He says that he's not. They are not interested in investigation. He said it, and these are his words. You watch it, and so you know what I'm talking about.
But in the video that we just played, he explains why
I'll come to that.
The two aircraft landed in the country.
Let's take our time. We'll come to the matter. This was yesterday's video. We are talking about just a few minutes ago.
Right.
And you watched it. So please. Now, history is repeating itself. In 2023, and anyone who has Google it. Go to Ghana Web. Go to Modern Ghana. January 2013. January 2013. In the first term of President Mahama's government, there was a flight that went to Turkey from Ghana. He took an Iranian news agency to break that news. Al Jazeera picked it up. CNN picked it up. Modern Ghana also transmitted it here. Daily Guide and then and Ghana Web. We are taking you back to his, memory lane. They picked it, and your producer can fact check it. They impounded a flight, a Turkish flight from Ghana loaded with gold worth $80 million. When they impounded it and contacted Ghanaian officials on information regarding it, they zipped, and to date, nobody spoke about it. The Turkish authorities impounded it and confiscated it. It has become, property of the state of Turkey. And we are sitting here at the same time. One cocaine is flying left, right, center. Never before have we experienced, in less than 3 months, total cocaine bust worth $500 million. First, $150 million. In Takrady, which was purported to be a parliamentary candidate of NDC in Sekende for 2020. Then they went on to bust another one, high profile in the words of President Mahama, high profile bust of cocaine, $350 million in Cape Coast. Within that same week, there was money laundering, one of the biggest money laundering operations conducted by National Security. With their own videos, and they didn't break that news. They went with their cameras. They showed the whole of Ghana. 12 containers containing gold, containing cash. And 2 months on, when we even expected the media, the same media, to even follow up, and everybody kept quiet, the minority is asking questions. What is the status of all these? And around that same time, 2 suspicious flights entered Ghana. We have thousands of flights who come and go. Why are we zeroing down on only these 2? And we raised in our press conference that these 2 suspicious flights, they came around the same saga of money laundering cocaine time.
You still stand by that allegation?
They came around the same time cocaine matter. And one was even an ambulance. There is no record of any patients they brought. And there's no record of any patient they took away. But after 5 days, There was another one who also came for 13 days. They all left together to Gran Canaria around the same time. Now, it was the same night, that's the same day, that there was a major doomsday at the airport. So all these three are coincidence? Is the question I'm asking. All these three are coincidence. So we come to raise questions that give us specific, there was even a pirate issue also. Give us answers to these and updates on them. If investigations have gone on, how far? Tell us the investigation. And we did not direct our queries even to the president, neither did we direct it to Kwakye Ofosu. We said that the relevant agencies, because they have the authority. They know what we don't know.
But the president took serious view of your allegations.
Yes, I'm coming.
And decided
and we
to
asked that,
ask questions.
Tell us, because it was suspected that those planes were carrying some illicit cargo. And so come and tell us, is it, what did they take out? Simple statement from NACOC, simple statement from National Security, simple statement from NIB, that, we've taken notice of these flights. Now they came and they left, nothing untoward happened. The whole of Ghana would have been okay. They didn't do that. Instead, they chose to do politics with it. And President wrote a very long, post, which just today, Kwakye Ofosu has exposed that it was just rhetoric, and that's not what they're interested in. They didn't even want any investigation. They just want to make an example of me. Now, I'm ready for that example. Now, we are asking them...
I don't know whether I can also come in.
Yeah, you will come in, but 5 days now.
Yes.
No security agency has given us responses to these three. Kwakye Ofosu came in yesterday.
He speaks for the government, and he's provided the circumstances under which these aircraft landed in Ghana.
You see?
And per their investigations, nothing more to prove.
Nelson,
that is what the government is saying. If you have evidence to the contrary, why don't you make it available? The claim is that you even refuse to answer the security agency's call for some kind of investigation.
Nobody has invited me. And when I proved to Felix on this show, on just the show I left on, he now says that they are now going to write, NIB is now going to write an invitation to the speaker for me. So you are now going to write an invitation.
You have not been invited by any agency.
You come and lie to the whole world.
Have you been invited? Nobody has invited. Even as to speak now?
No, nobody has invited me. And so you are now saying that you are writing a letter of invitation. Meanwhile, yesterday, you said in your video that you had invited me and I'm running away. Please, the matters are that. Give explanation. In his attempted explanation, you remember on your show when we first spoke about it, you were even doubting if those planes even came in. There were doubts. NDC quickly said he's peddling falsehood. It is not true. And that no such plane has entered. Then when your team did their fact checking, they unraveled that indeed those flights came in and those flights left the same time. Then they turn around to say, okay, now that you have done your checks, they came. But the air ambulance, according to Felix, that the air ambulance, it came from somewhere, it was going somewhere, and then it got a fault in Ghana. It needed to fuel in Ghana, Morocco, Niger, Burkina, Mali. They couldn't get fuel anywhere. They came to Ghana to fuel. Right after they fueled, they developed a fault. The engine was leaking, and they had to call another flight to come and repair. And after they repaired, instead of going where they were going, they went back to Gran Canaria. The question I'm asking is, the corpse that was in the ambulance, or the passenger that was in the ambulance, within that 5 days, where did they offload the patient or the corpse to? We need evidence of that. He showed a video of the other cargo, some purported oil and things. When did they take that video? When? Is it now we ask the questions they are now trying to produce on video? Be that as it may, if he's producing a video of the cargo, why didn't he accompany a video of the air ambulance to also show us the content of the air ambulance, to show us the patient that was in or the corpse that was in? In all this, he says the air cargo was flying from Angola to Europe. But when they took off, they forgot that they didn't have permit to enter EU. How can you take off from Angola, that you are going to Europe and you don't have permit, and it is Ghana that they will come and do their permits? And when they got here, coincidentally, their engine also broke down, their gear also broke down, they had faults. It took them 13 days, and after they repaired, it was the same day, 25th March, that they want us to believe unrelated flights got discharged and all took off the same time, the same doomsday took off. We are asking questions. We need credible agencies to respond and to say that, oh, no, nothing really happened. I even wrote a letter for the joint briefing, not knowing it was the directive the president gave was just mere rhetoric. They didn't mean anything. So NDC wrote a letter, you've seen that letter, to block my request for the collaboration. Now you turn around that you are going to write an invitation for me. Invitation to what? To an investigation you say you are not interested in, that you are not going to conduct, but you only want to make. So say that you are inviting me to persecute, and I'm ready for whatever it is.
So
let it be on record.
According to fellas Kwakye Ofosu, they've done their own checks. Their checks doesn't collaborate the allegation you've put forward. I just want to find out, when you made this allegation on Monday, you made a claim that per your checks, whatever was offloaded and then loaded onto the aircraft may be cocaine or money. As we speak today, suspected. As we speak today, I mean, we're emphatic. You narrow it down to these two items.
Yes.
As we speak today, do you have the evidence to collaborate the allegation you made on Monday?
See, the issue I have with the media is that there was a similar posture, but the next thing your team checked, they saw that all the denials that initially they were trying to run away from, they were there. Why don't you probe them on all these three issues? Bring answers. Kwakye Ofosu is doing propaganda with it. We need the security agencies to speak. It is for the credibility of the government. It is for the credibility of our country. It is for the credibility of the security agencies. He is not spokesperson for national security. He is not spokesperson for the police department. He is spokesperson for the president. So please, we are saying here that these are technical matters. You leave the subject matter expert to respond. All the three issues we raised. Why did he pick and choose only the flights? Why didn't, if he's indeed speaking for national security, why did he dodge giving account for the gold bastard, for the cocaine bastard, and for the money bastard? What are they? Who is behind it? Why haven't you asked him that? Why did you conveniently run away from providing updates? You carried media there, and the media should be asking these questions, not even me as a minority MP.
The operators of the two aircraft, they've also come to provide reasons why they had to make that landing in Accra.
So this whole thing and the way NDC is handling it, they have made it so clear, and they even heightened the suspicion of what they may have brought. They are heightening it, and the first thing they should have done was to allow the investigation to go on. And for the relevant
investigation, they say that you are running away from.
To bring the investigation, I have demonstrated a letter of invitation and demonstrated to you the letter they wrote to Gadget. But you don't seem to be interested in that, and that is fine. You don't seem to be interested in the letter I wrote on 2nd April calling for that collaboration. You are not interested in the letter NDC wrote to gag that, to block that meeting. And you are still insisting that a certain meeting must come on. So what meeting must come on?
So what is your solution?
Collaboration they are interested in.
What is your solution for the resolution of this matter?